Hello, welcome to the Mad Batter channel. My name's Chris. The other day I posted a video about feathering Luminar Neo AI masks. Whilst researching that video, I came across a cool trick by which you can subtract AI masks from other masks. Now, of course, unlike Lightroom, which has a formal add, subtract and intersect mask option, Luminar Neo has none of those. It is possible to add to masks by simply drawing a second mask on an image, as I'll show here. So let's draw a linear gradient. We'll commit to that. Now we'll get a radial gradient and we'll reduce the feather somewhat, make it bigger, move it up a little bit, and commit to that. So in that sense we have added to the first mask simply by drawing a second mask. But of course it's not possible to subtract this radial mask from this linear gradient. The only way to subtract is using the brush function in erase. So I can go along and erase something, but I can't erase a radial mask like this, or not easily anyway. I can do this, but it's not as good as having an automatic subtract function. And of course, if you have a complex outline that you want to follow, that's virtually impossible. But I have found this trick to allow a subtract function to work in some cases. So to show how this works, we'll use this image which I downloaded from unsplash.com and taken by Dom Hill. So we'll go into masking, mask AI, and we'll see what sort of mask we get. That's a pretty good mask. What I want to do is to put a bright edge or a type of halo around this person. So we'll go out of Mask AI and we'll go into brush, in the paint function, soft brush, and keeping the inner circle inside the figure as far as we can, we go to brush around the outside like this. Again, a slightly sloppy job no doubt, but it'll do for current purposes. Okay, so now we've got an extra edge beyond the mask AI mask. So now, having done that, we go out of brush and go back into mask and turn the human mask off, and you'll see it's been subtracted from the brush mask. So now we have that brush mask, but it's cut off at exactly the right edge of the person. So now we can go into adjustments and so there we are. I've got a halo around this person. It could almost be used in place of that neon glow function or whatever one of the later extension is. I haven't brought any of these. Seems most of these are money making exercise by Skylum, but that's just my personal view. Now it doesn't matter whether you do the AI mask first or the other mask from which you want to deduct the AI mask first, as I'll demonstrate using this image again from unsplash.com and taken by Ione Halst. Hopefully I've pronounced that right. So let's start with the radial gradient. Okay, so I'll commit that, and then we'll go into AI mask and click on human and then deduct human. So you see it has deducted the human AI mask. Unfortunately, we've got this bit here and this strange missing bit here, and that's because the human AI mask was imperfect. It didn't pick that up for some reason. So my recommendation is that you do the AI mask you want to deduct first, so you can see what you're actually going to get. Sometimes you get a really good mask like the previous image, and sometimes you get a not very good mask like this one here. So here's another image where we can use this technique. Imagine you want to do something to the foreground but not the sky, but you want the effect to be primarily in the near front of the image and then fade away up to the horizon. So we're going to develop and masking. Now obviously the easy way, or the quickest way to do this, is to get a sky mask like that, and then invert it, show the mask, and then you could do whatever adjustment you want. But the problem here is that the effect will be uniform throughout the foreground, so we don't want to do that. So let's revert that, and we'll start with a linear gradient. We know we're going to get a good sky mask, so that's okay. And let's say we'll go from here and then we'll fade it out up to there like that. And then we'll go commit that and go into radial mask sky. And now we turn off the sky mask, and you'll see we've now got effectively a linear gradient, but with an edge following the skyline and also faded out up here, less effect. So if we go into our adjustments, let's say we want to do a lot more contrast and maybe warm it up a bit and some vibrance. So now you see the effect is strongest down the bottom in the foreground, not so much on the hills, and nothing in the sky. So that's an example of how this technique could be used, or another example. So hopefully you found this trick interesting and hopefully potentially useful. In any case, if you did, perhaps you could give the video a like and consider subscribing. And in the meantime, many thanks for watching.